This is Ruby. Okay, one more thing and then we'll go. She is shaggy. She needs a haircut. She needs a haircut. But remember her last one was her bowl cut? A full haircut this time. She will. She loses like 10 pounds when she gets a haircut. Hi, friends. Thank you for being here. Um, yeah, this is my first class back since I got home from BVI. I just got home like at midnight last night, so excited to be here. And I won't be going again for a minute. I'm here for the rest of the month. Um, so let's see, special announcements. This Saturday, I have my frequency offering. So it's a once per month offering, breathwork and sound. Many of you have been to it before. If you haven't, feel free to ask me any questions. It's not yoga, it's just breathing, and it's not pranayama breathwork exercises. It's breathwork that comes from the lineage of holotropic breathwork. So you do one type of breath for a really long time, intended to take you out of here and into here. So you can just move and process energy, express whatever is ready to come up and out. So it's awesome. You breathe for about 45 minutes, and then for about 20 to 30 minutes afterwards, I have Dante Giacobassi, who is an amazing musician, and he supports me with sound throughout the breathwork. And then after, he just like serenades you with all these different instruments, and you just, at that point, your body is like vibrating inside, and so the music feels really cool. And it's an experience. So if you're around this Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. in this space, it's $30 or actually, it went up. Now it's $33 per person because inflation, you know. uh, but yeah, $33. Sign up in advance. There's already like 15 people signed up. So if you want to come, I would recommend. Last time it was sold out and really packed. So come and sign up beforehand if you can. Other than that, let's just practice. So go ahead. I'm going to say, let's start down on our backs today. So go ahead and just lay down. And as you lay down, if you want to stretch a little bit, wiggle a little bit, feel free. So maybe you take your arms and legs long. Maybe you hug your knees in. Maybe you give yourself a little temple massage, a little forehead massage, jaw massage. Sometimes I even like to just take my fingertips and tap them on my chest, my heart space, down to my belly, just feeling my physical body, landing in my physical body a little bit more. So get all those wiggles out, and then eventually come into what's called constructive rest pose. So feet on the ground with knees bent and feet a little bit wider than your hips. And you can either let your knees fall in, maybe they touch each other, or maybe they just kind of hover. So constructive rest pose, we're resting, we're not doing much. There is space being created in your low back, in your pelvic bowl. So see if you can start to feel into your body. Close your eyes. And start to visualize your breath flowing all the way down the length of your spine, all the way down the length of your torso, all the way down into your low belly, your low back, even into your pelvic floor, pelvic bowl. And then with each exhale, it just washes back up and out, or however it makes sense to you. So use your imagination, visualize your breath flowing through you, creating space inside of you. See if you can notice right now, are there any places you're tensing up, tightening up, resisting that you don't need to be? Just by noticing, see if anything shifts or softens. So this is just time for you to really arrive here in this space on your mat, in your body. Just notice whatever there is to notice. So you're not trying to fix or change or control anything at all. You're simply just paying more attention, becoming more aware. You're witnessing whatever's going on. And as the witness, next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Notice how this feels in your body. Notice the expansion. Hold in that fullness, and then see if you can even take an extra little sip at the top. Great big open mouth sigh. Let it out. Ah. Good. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up. Imagine you can take up more space physically, energetically. Hold. Extra sip if it's there, and then out your mouth, release. Ah. Yeah, 1 more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Hold in fullness. When you think you are full, take 1 or even 2 extra sips. And then big sigh, let it out. Ah. Good job. Seal your lips now and begin to drop into your ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. The inhale is like you're taking a really, really deep, slow motion gasp. The exhale is like you're fogging up a window, but your lips are sealed over the breath. So you start to create this internal vibration, this internal rhythm with your breath. It's slow and steady. It is not rushed. You can hear it, especially as it moves through your throat. So it's very different than a typical nostril breath. It's coming all the way down from your diaphragm. So see if you can stay connected to this breath as you move through your practice today. See if you can use this breath to guide you from pose to pose through transitions. See if you can use this breath as you hold poses to create more space, find more depth. So your breath, if you can figure out how to use it, it's the greatest tool you have in this practice, and I even think in this life. So stay curious about it. Stay connected to it. You can stay right here, just simply resting, breathing for as long as you want to. You can stay here the entire class if that's what you feel like doing. If you're ready to start moving, go ahead and draw your knees in towards your belly and just take a little rock from side to side. Give your low back a nice little massage against the ground. And then eventually, just bring both knees over to the right side for a supine twist. So knees go right, and your left arm could reach out to the left, or you could cactus your left arm on the ground. And if you want to take any variation, feel free. So if you want to cross your legs, or if you want to extend one leg, go for it. And continue to take your big, spacious breaths all the way down into your belly, all the way to emptiness with each exhale. Take just a couple more on this side. And then slowly start to find your way to the other side. So come through center. Maybe you give your knees a little squeeze, or maybe you take a little rock. And eventually, knees to the left or legs to the left. Right arm out to the right, or goal post your right arm on the ground. Gaze up or over your right shoulder. And just take big, spacious breaths down into your belly, all the way to empty with each exhale. And I'll just leave it up to you. So maybe a couple more rounds here, but when you feel pretty much even on both sides, come back to center. Give your knees that little squeeze once again, or maybe take a little rock. And if you want to, you can find your own way up to your hands and your knees. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but invitation to just start rocking and rolling along your spine, forward and back. So take a few rocks, connect to your core, maybe even find a little bit of hover time on your sit bones or on your upper back. And then eventually rock up, cross your ankles, and just roll over your feet, coming forward to hands and knees. So tabletop position. And then once you're in your tabletop, move any way your body feels like moving. So try to get out of your head, get out of your thinking, talking, judging mind, and just feel. So feel what is happening in your spine. How are your shoulders and your hips? Even notice your shoulder blades on your back body. Notice your fingers, your wrists, your forearms. So there's a million ways you can explore right here. You really tune in. If it helps, close your eyes. Give yourself about 3, 4, 5 more breaths, just moving in this way. And then eventually, downward facing dog is our destination. So start to find your way back whenever you feel so inclined, and get there however you would like. Once you're back in your down dog, keep exploring, keep feeling around, moving however your body wants to move. So maybe you just pedal out your heels. Maybe you shift your hips from side to side. Maybe you give your head a little shake or a little nod. So see if you can feel in your down dog the length from the tips of your fingers all the way up to your sits bones. See if you can feel your strong hands, your strong fingers on the ground. And then use the strength of your core to lift you up. So imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button, and it's pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. Feel your big, deep breath supporting you from the inside. Good job, everybody. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. And then as you exhale, gaze to the top of your space, and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, just give yourself a moment to hang out in your fold. So maybe ragdoll your arms, grab opposite elbows, maybe bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Give the back of your neck some traction. And it might feel really good to bring your feet out wide. So feet wider than hips, perhaps, for this first one. All 10 toes face forward. Let your neck relax, head heavy. And feel your breath in your back body. Even imagine you could breathe all the way down the backs of your legs. Take one more round in your fold. Next inhalation, find a halfway lift position. So spine nice and long, get all the rounding out of your back. Yes. Exhale, fold and bow. Do that again. Halfway lift, spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, fold. And this time, see if you can come all the way up. So through your halfway lift, rise, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Following your breath, inhale, high mountain. And exhale, hinge at your hips, slow dive all the way down into your fold. Lift halfway, inhale. And exhale, release, let it go. Good job. Press into your feet. See if you can lead with your heart. Rise up. Thanks, Chris. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's add on just a little bit. Inhale, high mountain. Pause right here. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Turn your left palm towards the right side of the room. Little bend in your elbows. Shift your hips to the left. And then pull, tug your upper body to the right. So you are tugging on your left arm, but with your left arm, you're resisting. So you're keeping your left shoulder plugged in, back and down. If you were to let go right now, your left arm would slingshot out. More weight in your left foot. So you might even reach your right tiptoes out to the right. Imagine a crescent moon shape with your body. Take one more huge deep breath. Nice, Norma. Inhale, come back to center. Switch your grip. And then other side as you exhale. So hips go right, upper body reaches towards the windows. Gentle tug on your right wrist. Little bend in your elbows. Keep your right shoulder back and down. Feel your big, deep breath. Breathe into the space between your right ribs, those intercostal muscles. See if you can stretch them out. Take one more round. Inhale, back to center. Nice, Sandra. As you exhale now, little baby back bend. So just cactus your arms. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Inhale, realign. Arms to the sky. And exhale, stick your butt out. Hinge at your hips. Take it all the way down and fold. Nice work. Lift halfway. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat, plank position. Pause right here and find your strength. So spread your fingers, push the ground away actively so you feel your strong arms, your strong shoulders. Draw your belly button in and up. See if you can take little baby rocks forward and back. So it's not a big movement, it's just a little rock. Transferring weight forward, transferring weight back. Yes, nice work. Next time you inhale that little rock forwards, you're on your tippy toes or knees come down to modify. Exhale, lower so slowly for 3, 2, 1. All the way to your belly, Spider-Man Cobra. So hands out wide, fingertips on the ground, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. Your hand should be on the hardwood floor, nice and wide. Exhale, twist to your right and dip your left shoulder down a little bit. Inhale back to center. Tone your belly to protect low back as you lift. Exhale, other side twist. Nice CC. Inhale back to center. Both CCs, you're right next to each other. Exhale. Twist side to side one more time with your own breath. So just once more, feeling your shoulders, feeling your front bodies, side bodies, back body, lower body even. And then eventually, my friends, an inhale will bring you back to center. You can hold there as long as feels good. Downward facing dog is waiting for you. However you'd like to get there. Good girl, honey. You're okay. Good girl. All right, friends. One more time. Take about 5 rounds in your down dog. And if you want more strength work, just an option. You do not have to take it, but option to turn this into a turbo dog. So the only thing that you would change is your arms. Bend your elbows a lot and squeeze them towards each other so they're hovering above the ground. Your forearms are hovering almost like you're in a dolphin pose, but forearms hover above the ground. So feel that strength in your arms and your shoulders. Continue to live from your center, strong core. Nice job, friends. Soften through your face. Take one more big inhale as you push the ground away, hips high, spine long. Exhale, look forward, step or float, forward, fold. Once you've arrived, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow. Take it all the way up. Rise, inhale, arms extend. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, arms reach up. Again, grab your left wrist with your right hand. This time only if you want to. Option to add some legs. So you'll step your left toes off the right edge of your mat and then pull your right hip back. So you want your hips as square as possible. Send your hips left as you pull your upper body to the right. And you can choose to bend both knees, to bend one knee, or try to straighten your legs. And you'll get something different out of the pose depending on how you take it. So feel free to explore. Your priority, your intention is creating length and space in your left side. Nice job. Take one last big deep breath here. Inhale back to center. And then as you exhale, we're going to take a chair plane pose. So bend your knees and swing your arms back behind you. Stick your butt out. For now, weight is in your heels. And see if as you sit back, you can pick up your toes, spread them apart, wiggle them around. So make your feet feel alive, active. Keep your heart lifted and squeeze your back muscles around your spine. So feel your strong back body. Take one more round. As you inhale, just stand back up, arms reach up. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, and then same option if you want it. Right tiptoes off the left edge of your mat, and take that side body stretch. So it's like a curtsy with your legs. You can bend one knee, both knees, or try to work both legs straight. Keep your hips as square as possible. And remember, legs are just an option. So if it doesn't feel like it's helping, maybe you keep both feet flat on the ground. You do you. So follow your breath, connect with your body. Take one last round. Good job. As you inhale, bring it back to center. And then as you exhale, chair plane, or this time, drinking bird. So option to float up to your tiptoes this time. Lift your heels as high as you can. And then as you lift your heels really high, see if you can bend your knees even more, sit your butt even lower. Nice, Arden. Keep your strong back muscles, shoulder blades squeezed towards your spine, heart slightly lifted. Take one more breath. Option only if you want. Stay on your tiptoes, high mountain pose. Grow as tall as you can. And then possibly stay on your tiptoes as you take your dive down. So bending the knees is helpful. Connect to your center. This is an exaggeration of what you should be feeling every time. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Move through your vinyasa however you would like. So simply find your way to down dog however you feel like it. You can add push-ups, you can skip it, take some cat-cows. Nice lift. Beautiful, everybody. Big, spacious breaths. All right, from your down dog, next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And then if you would like to, take a moment and just explore a little bit. So you could open your hip, you could roll out your ankle, you could point, flex. Nice job. Keep both hands firmly rooted, both shoulders square and strong. Take one more inhale and just make your right leg as long and powerful as possible. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So round your back, hollow out your belly. Awesome, Laura. Step through as soft as you can, low lunge. And then rise to crescent in your own time. Thanks, Brittany. So high on the ball of your back foot, all 10 toes face forward. And it does not matter how long your stance is. You want to find your longest stance, but then rather than sinking deeply, so many times we think yoga just is about flexibility. We should go as deep as we can. But actually, it's just as much about stability. So hug in, pull your front hip back hip forward, and feel the strength, the strong foundation, the structure in your legs. Little tone in your belly. Lift your heart, maybe even lift your gaze, and feel in your body in this moment, crescent lunge. Feel your breath flowing through every little space inside of you. Take one more inhale. All right, as you exhale, you're going to grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand, and then see if you can create that same side body stretch. So up and over. Keep your left shoulder plugged into the socket, pull it back and down. You might feel this all the way down in the front of your left hip, those hip flexor muscles. Breathe into that space. Yes. Keep pulling your right hip back, left hip forward so your hips are nice and square. One last round. Nice, Molly. Inhale, come back to crescent. Release your grip. And as you exhale, hands to the earth. Let's step our back foot forward about a foot or so for a pyramid stance. So both feet now should be flat on the ground. Bend your front knee as much as you need. Inhale to a halfway lift position, hands to your hips. So with your hands on your hips, see if you can find your nice long spine, and then really focus on pulling your right butt cheek back towards the back wall. See if you can press back through the top of your right thigh. Feel your right quad, the front of your thigh, fire up. See if you can keep that. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, work your fold. So think forehead toward shin, nose toward knee, and then navel towards spine. Hands can come down to blocks or to the ground or to your shin or wherever works best. If you've got your hands on the ground, no problem. And you want more, turn your fingers to face the back edge of your mat, and then see if you can crawl your hands towards the back edge of your mat. Use every breath to dive a little deeper and fold a little further. For this pose, personally, I like my feet on 2 train tracks with all 10 toes facing forward. Traditionally, it's on a balance beam with your back foot at a little bit of an angle, but for me, that makes it almost impossible to get my hips square. So do you feel your body and respond to it? Take one last round. All right. Walk your hands forward. So if you've got blocks, you can take them with you. And then we're just moving into a standing split. Left leg lifts towards the sky. So make your left foot active. Make your left toes active. See if you can wiggle them around. Maybe you spread them. Maybe you point them. Floink. And if you want, you could even play with handstand hops, or you could wrap your right arm behind your right leg. So hand behind ankle, forearm behind calf, elbow behind knee. And if you're feeling really crazy, both arms behind your right leg. Take your last couple breaths in your standing split. All right, last big inhale, lift a little higher, maybe one last hop. Exhale, set your left foot down next to right, forward fold. You can give your right leg a little shake out. Bring your big toes together until they touch. Little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl. So a little tiny potato bug ball. Butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. You can choose to try to press your heels down. That will work your ankle flexibility. You could choose to lift your heels up. That will work strengths. Maybe you even wrap your arms around your shins and give yourself a big squeeze as you breathe into your back body. Take one last round right here. Inhale, halfway lift. So heels down, spine long. You can widen your stance if you want. Exhale, forward fold. Root through your feet and rise all the way up. Arms reach up, high mountain. So pause right here and notice how you're standing. When you don't pay attention, where are your imbalances? So for me, usually I'm sticking my butt out and flaring my ribs forward. For others, they're doing the exact opposite. Their tailbone tucks under and their upper back rounds. So see, for your own body, in your own body, what's your most optimal alignment? Just standing with your arms overhead. If it helps to bend your elbows, that's totally fine. Keep your right foot rooted firmly and float your left knee up, standing staff. So left knee lifts, hug in with your inner thighs, flex your left toes back towards your shin, dorsal flexion. Focus your gaze on something that's not moving. Slow, steady breath. Beautiful, friends. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna sit into a one-legged chair, so figure 4, outer left ankle to top of right thigh. Swing your arms back like chair play. So this is where we'll go in our flow. But for right now, we're just going to hold this for about 5 deep breaths. So anywhere you'd like to take it, if you want to explore. Do a forward fold, a twist, play with an arm balance. Maybe you're just falling in and out 10 times. Awesome. Meet yourself right there. That's the practice. Good job. Keep that strong flexion through your left toes. Strong through your left ankle. Nice work. Next time you inhale, my friends, let's come back to standing staff. So arms reach up and left knee lifts. If you want, you can extend your left leg forward. And then just like we did before with our legs, we're going to swing our left toes off the right edge of our mat. This time, hands to heart, curtsy squat. So bend both knees and get low in your legs. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward, inner thighs squeeze. Take little pulses up and down. Try not to look at the ground and hinge forward at your hips, but instead tone your belly and reach your tailbone towards the ground so the crown of your head is lifting up. Get as low as you can and hold right there. One more round. Good job. Inhale, high mountain. So both feet on your mat, both arms to the sky. Exhale, dive down slowly. Traction out your spine. Beautiful. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Move through your vinyasa or skip it. See you in down dog. You okay, honey? I love you. All right. Ujjayi breath. Fire it up. Next time you breathe in, take your left leg back and up, three-legged dog. If you want to explore on this side, go for it. Maybe open your hip, roll out your ankle, take some circles with your knee. Feel your strong hands, strong foundation. Take one more inhale, left leg, long, strong, and powerful. So long line all the way up. Exhale, left knee to your nose, curl in, hollow out, and then step forward as soft as you can. Next, Kirsten, take your time to rise. Crescent lunge. Beautiful. So strong legs. Remember, you're finding the length in your stance, but then rather than sinking as deep as you can, you're hugging back in towards midline. So front hip pulls back hip pulls forward. Awesome. And you feel the structure, the foundation in your legs. Your upper body then is your expression. So as you grow into it, be intentional. Are you spreading your fingers wide or are you softening your hands today? Are you bringing your hands to your heart today? So whatever you're doing, it's intentional. Maybe you're smiling or maybe you're making a really angry face. Whatever you're doing, it's intentional. You can feel it. Take one more big inhale. Good job. As you exhale, grab your right wrist and then up and over towards the windows. Pull your upper body. So keep pulling your left hip back, right hip forward as you take that side body stretch. And maybe you even feel the stretch down into the front of your right hip flexor muscles. Nice, strong legs. One last round. Awesome work. Nice, Marriott. Come back to center crescent. Inhale. And then exhale, hands to the ground or to blocks. Set up your pyramid stance. So step your back foot forward about a foot or so. Both feet flat on the ground. So if your back foot's not on the ground, then you probably need to step it forward a little more. Halfway lift position. Inhale. Bring hands to hips. Pause. Feel your long spine. So spine should be nice and parallel to the ground, to the horizon. And then really work on pushing your left hip as far as you can towards the back wall. See if you can feel your left quad muscle, the front of your thigh, firing up, turning on. You want to keep that. Take one more inhale. Now exhale, work your fold. Nice K. So forehead toward shin, nose toward knee, bottom of each exhalation, navel towards spine. So all the way to empty. Draw your belly button in and up, and from that place, you can find a little more space. You can fold a little bit deeper. Awesome, Sue. Good job. Good awareness, friends. Be here for about 2-3 more. And remember, if you want that option of walking your hands to the back of your mat to take it a little deeper, go for it. Good work. Lift your left butt cheek up, up, up. Press it back, back, back. One last round. And then bottom of your exhalation, feel free to take blocks with you if you want. Walk your hands forward and float your back leg to the sky for standing splits. So right leg high, and if high is 1 inch above the ground for you today, awesome. I do not care. Just find your edge and then be with it. Breathe into it, soften around it. If you want to play with handstand hops, if you want to play with balance, left arm behind left leg, go for it. Breath is there, supporting you from the inside out. Take one last inhale. Maybe lift your right leg a little bit more. Spread your toes. Sandra, exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot down next to left. Give your left leg a little shaky shake if it wants it. Good job. Bring your big toes together. Little gap in between your heels. Once again, tiny little potato bug ball. So tuck and curl. All right. If you want, you can stick with the tiny little potato bug ball like we did before. Or if you want a balance challenge, turn it into a toe stand. So see if you can start to point your knees straight forward. And then bring your hands to your heart center, balancing on your tiptoes. Everything is hugging in, inner thighs, inner knees, inner heels. Soft, slow, steady breath. Take one more. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift. Heels down, spine long. Widen your stance if you want to. Exhale, bow and fold. Take it all the way up, rise. Arms reach up, high mountain. Pause for just a moment and notice. How could you be in your most optimal alignment as you simply stand with your arms overhead? You might notice, are your toes pointing out? Are your toes pointing in? Are you sinking into your hips? Feel neutral spine, neutral pelvis as best you can. Left foot is your base this time. Lift your right knee, standing staff. So flexion through your right toes, back and active towards your shin. Nice, Laura, hug in with your inner thigh. And then feel almost like you're zipping a zipper up through your midline. So everything's hugging in, reaching up, getting taller. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, figure four, one-legged chair, swing your arms back. Weight in your left heel. So make sure your left knee isn't coming forward, but your butt instead is reaching back. And then if you want to, go ahead and explore on this side, about 4 or 5 rounds. Keep that strong flexion through your right toes, right ankle. Good, awesome, Molly. Good bend, big, spacious breaths, big inhales. All the way to empty with your exhales. Take one last round here. Come back up, standing staff. So if you want, you can come into a regular high mountain, but otherwise, right knee is lifted, and maybe we even extend your right leg forward. One more in-breath. Exhale, curtsy squat. So swing that right leg around, right toes off the left edge of your mat, hands to heart center. Get low, bend your knees, pulse it out. Make sure you're not looking at the ground and rounding, hinging at your hips, but instead, spine is long, like there's a thread attached to the crown of your head, lifting you up. Yes, beautiful. As low as you can go, square your hips. One last round. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, take your dive all the way down and fold. Beautiful. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa, however you want, or skip it. Down dog is your eventual destination. All right, so down dog, or if you're feeling a child's pose, now would be a great time to grab a child's pose. We are going to move through that entire flow, that entire sequence we just did 2 more times, but this time we're gonna go a little faster, so it'll be breath to movement. That doesn't mean we speed through it as fast as we can and forget to breathe, but it means instead that we move really slowly and really intentionally with our slow and intentional breath. So if I'm cueing too fast for you, see if you can breathe bigger, slower, deeper. All right. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. I say if you're coming with me because you're more than welcome to do your own thing or to just rest at any time. So always take care of you, what you need. One more big inhale, those of you in down dog. Exhale, look forward, step or float, top of your space, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, let it go. All the way up, big stretch, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, let's flow. Inhale, reach up, grab your left wrist. Exhale, side body stretch, add the legs if you want to. Inhale, back to center. Chair plane, exhale, bend your knees, swing both arms back. Inhale, high mountain. Grab your right wrist. Exhale, side body stretch towards the windows, option for legs. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird this time. Float to tiptoes. Possibly stay on tiptoes. High mountain, as tall as you can grow. Yes. And slow dive. Maybe you stay on your tiptoes for a big, huge balance challenge. Awesome, Julia. Heels on the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. See if you can keep that exhale going as you lower. Chaturanga. Nice, Brittany. Inhale, peel your heart open. Exhale, take your hips up and back, down dog. Beautiful, Kathy. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot forward softly. Crescent lunge, breathe in and rise. Exhale, grab left wrist, side body stretch to your right. Empty out and then inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, pyramid legs with a halfway lift. Everything lengthens. Exhale, work your fold. All the way to empty as you dive as deep as you can. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your left leg up. And exhale, straight into your little tiny potato bug ball. Bring your big toes together, tuck and curl. Halfway lift, heels down, spine long. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet, rise up. Inhale, reach up and lift your left knee up. Exhale, figure four, chair plane arms, sit back. Inhale, standing staff, maybe extend left leg, press through your heel. And exhale, curtsy squat, hands to heart, get low. Inhale, reach high, high mountain. And follow your breath down. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga, lower slowly, strong shoulders, strong belly. Nice, Cam, lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Try not to lock out your elbows. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. Nice, dive, step your left foot through as soft as possible. Inhale, crescent, rise. Exhale, side body stretch. Grab your right wrist, take it up and over towards the windows. Back to center, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, pyramid stance, halfway lift. Lengthen everything out. Exhale, bow, fold deeply all the way to emptiness. Inhale, standing splits. Walk your hands forward, back leg floats high. Thanks, Chris. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. Tuck and curl, get super small and compact. Inhale, spinal extension, heels down, spine long. Stick your butt out. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise. Arms reach up, right knee lifts, inhale. Flex your right toes. Figure four with your chair plane arms. Sit back and get low in your legs. Inhale, reach high, maybe extend your right leg forward. And exhale, let's take our squat, curtsy squat, hands to heart. Bend your knees deeply. Inhale, stretch it out, high mountain. Exhale, take it all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana, lower slowly. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So be here for just a moment. Maybe give yourself a couple big open mouth sighs. We're going to take that once more. And this time I'm going to switch things up. I'm going to add in a few things, a few different variations. So just like you've been doing, stay present. Listen to my cues. Think of them as invitations. So take what works, leave the rest behind. One more big inhale into down dog. If you're coming with me, exhale, look to the top of your space, step or float. Inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, fold. Rise, big full body stretch, breathe in. And hands to heart, breathe out. All right, last round. Inhale, reach. Grab your left wrist. Exhale, side body stretch to your right. Add legs if you want to. Inhale, high mountain. Chair plane, bend your knees, sit back, reach back. Inhale, high mountain. Grab right wrist. Side body stretch towards the windows. Right toes off the left edge of your mat if you want. Inhale, back to the center. And one more time, chair plane or drinking bird, float to your tiptoes. Yes, maybe stay on tiptoes. High mountain, super, super tall. Try to touch the sky. Stay on your tiptoes if you'd like. Take your dive down. So make it come from your center, connected to your center. Halfway lift, heels on the ground now. Good. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, peel your heart open. Exhale, down dog. Nice, Kathy. Listen carefully. Inhale, right leg high. You can hold here or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Close as you can come. Inhale, back up. Nice, Molly. Exhale, right knee, right elbow or armpit. Get as high as you can. Maybe you even add a little push-up. Bend your elbows. Don't let your butt sink. Inhale, back up, three-legged. Now, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Everyone step forward softly. Low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Rise slowly. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale, side body stretch. Okay, now listen, my friends. We're going to pause right here. Feel all that length in your left side. We're going to use it to twist. So lean forward a little bit and see if you can bring your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Hands to prayer. Or sometimes I like to make a fist with my left hand and press my right palm into my fist. So use a little bit of leverage to work your twists. Strong legs. If there's any other variation that you want to take, go for it. Last couple rounds. Good work. Next, inhale, back to crescent lunge. So unwind, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your mat. Inhale, pyramid stance, halfway lift. Inhale and lengthen everything. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, standing splits. Now we will pause right here. You can hold standing splits or open it up into a balancing half moon. So reach your right hand forward. Maybe you've got a block under your right hand. Yes, awesome, Cece. And then open up, left arm to the sky. So open through your heart space, open through the front of your hips. Back leg strong and powerful. Beautiful. Wherever you are at, feel it. Feel your strong back leg. Make it active. Active through your left toes. One more big inhale. Exhale. Nice and easy. Little tiny potato bug ball. So curl in. Use this to neutralize. Inhale. Halfway lift. You can widen your stance if you want. Exhale. Bow and fold. All the way up. Rise. Inhale. Reach. Lift your left knee. Listen carefully. Eagle pose. So left knee on top, left elbow on the bottom. So left arm is under right. Wrap your arms together and sit back. If you cannot get that second wrap of your toes around your calf, no worries. Squeeze your inner thighs. Weight in your heel as you sit low. And then see if you can lift your elbows up and away from your chest. Gaze right through your arms like an eagle, so focused and alert. So calm and relaxed all at the same time. One last round. Good job. Inhale, unwind, standing staff. Arms reach up, maybe extend left leg. Exhale, curtsy squat, hands to heart. Get low. Inhale, reach high, high mountain, stretch it out. Traction out your spine as you exhale all the way down and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, you are almost there. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. You can skip it if you'd rather. Lift your heart, inhale. Lift your hips, exhale. All right, inhale, left leg high. Hold here, or exhale, left knee, right elbow, so that little twist. Good job. Inhale, three-legged. Nice, Marriott. Exhale, left to left, aim high, and maybe even have that little push-up. Yes, inhale, back up. Knee to your nose this time. Exhale, curl in, step forward softly. Nice thigh rise, crescent lunge. Breathe in. Grab your right wrist. Exhale, side body stretch up and then over. All right, pause. Feel all that length in your right side. Use it for your twist. So start to hinge forward. Right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Hands to prayer. Or maybe you press your left palm into your right fist. So use your arms as a little bit of leverage to deepen your twist. Make sure you can breathe so you're not holding your breath. Breath is still flowing. You're wringing out. Last couple. Awesome work, everybody. All right, inhale, back to crescent. Unwind, reach up. Exhale, hands to ground. Pyramid stance, halfway lift, inhale. Work your fold as you exhale all the way to empty. Inhale, standing splits. Crawl your hands forward, lift your back leg. Pause here. You can stay in standing splits. You can play in standing splits, or option for balancing half moon. So left hand reaches forward. Maybe it's on a block. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. So front of your heart, front of your shoulders, nice and open. Front of your hips, nice and open. Squeeze through your outer left glute, that medial glute, to open through the front of your hips more. Make your back leg strong. One last big inhale. Spread your toes. Nice and easy, little tiny potato bug ball. Use it to neutralize. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen. You are almost there. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, all the way up, rise. Arms reach, and right knee lifts. All right, eagle legs. Right knee on top, right arm underneath for your arm. So right knee on top, right arm on bottom. Yeah, and then sit. So as you sit back, keep the weight in your heel. Squeeze through your inner thighs a lot. Awesome, Brittany. Right through your arms. Gaze right through your arms, just like an eagle. Embody an eagle, focused and alert. Calm and relaxed. Hold it all. Soften your face. One last round. Amazing. Inhale, standing staff. Extend right if you want. Curtsy squat. Hands to heart. Right toes off the left edge. Get low. Good. Inhale, reach high. And all the way down. You did it. Lift halfway. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Vinyasa however you want to, or skip it all together. End up either in down dog or give yourself a child's pose. Just reconnect to you, to your body, to this moment. Feel free to take a couple open mouth sighs. Just noticing, allowing, witnessing. As you are ready, friends, downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, inhale your right leg back and up. Open your right hip, everyone. And if you wanted to stay right here and get this nice stretch, this nice opening for the front of your hip, perfect. Or option to turn it into a back bend. So flip your dog, right foot comes down behind, front body stretches and opens. So breathe all the way down to your belly. Thanks, Chris. Take one more inhale, those in the back bend. And then bring it back, three-legged down dog. So extend your right leg high if you need to. You can set your right foot down, then re-extend. Pigeon pose is where we're headed. So go ahead and just bring your right shin to the top of your mat whenever you're ready. Gently set your body down. Yeah, and if you want to, if it works better for you, she's not doing well. You can take it on your back or in a seat. She threw up. Yeah, she's not well. Ruby's not well. She barfed outside. I'm like, oh, honey, she's not doing good. It's okay. May or may not happen again, but I'll keep an eye. All right, so give yourself about 5 to 7 breaths. And anytime you want, those open mouth sighs can be so helpful. So if you feel like there's too much sensation, too much energy, you're overwhelmed, one of the best things you can do is give it somewhere to go. So not try to push it down and make it go away. It'll most of the time just make it feel more powerful. But instead, let yourself feel it. Breathe into it. Exhale out your mouth. And as you exhale, see if anything shifts or softens. See if you can be curious rather than judgmental. Take just your last 2-3 rounds. All right, friends. In your own time, start to find your way back to down dog, however you want to get there. So it can be just back to three-legged dog. Give your right leg a nice little shaky shake. Maybe you want to take some cat-cows. Maybe you want to move through a vinyasa. Eventually back to down dog and just walk it out for a moment. Feel the difference between right side, left side. Right leg, left leg. All right, inhale your left leg high. Open your hip. Peel it open. So feel everything else should be able to stay still and feel that opening come from your left hip joint. If you would like, option to flip your dog. Left foot comes down behind you. Yes, beautiful. Nice, Julia. Stretch your front body. Breathe down your abdominal wall. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back, three-legged dog. Square off your hips and extend your left leg high. So if it helps, you can set your left foot down and then re-extend. When you are ready, pigeon on the left side. So set yourself up intentionally. And again, if you'd rather take it on your back or in a seat, totally fine with me. Just big, spacious breaths. Just allow whatever is moving through to move through. So if you have lots of thoughts going, that's okay. You cannot turn them off. Again, if you try, most of the time, it just makes them louder. So let your thoughts come, let them go, and you just watch them. You just start to notice, what is my mind doing all day long when I'm not even paying attention? That voice in my head. It's not you. You're behind it. You're the witness. So start to feel into that. Anytime you need, big sigh out your mouth. Let's be here for about 3, 4, 5 more. And I will ultimately just leave it up to you. So please feel free to stay as long as you want to. But when you do feel somewhat even on both sides, just start to find your way back to one final down dog. Or if you're already on your back and you want to stay there and wait for us, you can just take some neutralizing movements on your back. If you're ending up in down dog, give yourself a moment to stretch and lengthen and feel all that space you've created. Everybody eventually, we will come down onto our back. So from down dog, you can get there however you want to. Maybe you want to grab a child's pose. Maybe you want to play with a jump through. So you do you. Eventually, all the way down on your back, whichever direction you want to face is just fine. Once you're on your back, just hug your knees in, take that little rock from side to side. And then eventually, after a few little rocks, just set your feet on the ground with your knees bent. And extend your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. If you want to, you can grab hold of the back of your right thigh, or if you'd rather, you can just let your right leg support itself. So as your right leg extends up, take a moment to point and flex your right foot or to roll out your ankle. Good. And then cross your right knee on top of your left knee. So like somebody would sit in a chair if they've got a really short skirt on. Lift your left foot off the ground so your legs are hovering now. And then if you can do eagle legs, wrap your right toes around your left calf, take eagle legs. Bring your right palm to your right thigh. Bring your left hand on top of your right hand. And then you're gonna lift your head, chin towards your chest, push your hands into your legs and push your legs back into your hands. As hard as you can, draw your low belly down. So push hands into legs, legs back into arms. It's an isometric pressure that you're creating. Strong through your belly. If you're really pushing, you should be shaking. Yes, squeeze, 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 push, 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 lift, lift, lift. Take one more deep breath as you push. Good job. And then release. Keep your legs as they are. See if you might be able to reach up. So if you've got your toe wrap, let that go. See if you might be able to reach up and grab either outer ankles or the outer edges of your feet for a variation on cow face. So if it is available and you've got your ankles or your feet, see if you can pull your feet towards you as you press your knees away from you. Try to create a neutral spine. If this is not happening, then you can just ignore me. And we're eventually going into a supine twist. So whenever you are ready, friends, we're gonna let our knees go to the left side. You can either keep your legs crossed, so you can let go of your feet, but keep your legs crossed and just let your knees fall to the left. Or you can uncross them if that feels better for you. Right arm out to the right, or cactus with your right arm. She's not doing well. It's like, don't throw up on anyone's mat or anybody, that's all. Good job, friends. Take about 3 more rounds and just let your body melt. And then as you're ready, bring your knees back up. And if your legs are still crossed, uncross them. Invitation to take a little happy baby pose in between sides. And eventually, set your feet on the ground with knees bent. Extend your left leg straight up for just a moment. Flex and point or roll out your ankle. You can hold your leg if you want, or you can just let it hold itself. And then cross your left knee on top of your right knee, like somebody would sit in a chair wearing a really short skirt. Lift your right foot up. And if you can take eagle legs, take eagle legs. Bring your left palm to your left thigh, right hand on top of left, and then start to lift your head up and push your hands into your legs, legs back into your hands. So tuck your chin in, pull your low belly down, press your low back down, push your hands into your legs, legs back into your hands. Yes, feel your strong core. Breathe. Try not to hold your breath. Try not to strain through your face. See if you can lift a little higher, push a little harder. One last round. Good. And then release. You can either go straight into your twist or take that cow face variation. So let go of the eagle legs and see if you can grab either the outer edges of your feet or your ankles. Pull your feet towards you as you press your knees away. Okay. And then eventually you'll take your knees over to the right. So you can leave them crossed or you can uncross them. If you can let your heart and your shoulders be nice and open, back of your heart melt into the ground. Just big, spacious breaths. And we'll leave it up to you when you feel pretty much even. Back to center and one more happy baby pose. So in happy baby, take your time. Maybe you want to extend one leg, then the other like a bow and arrow. Maybe you want to extend both legs. Maybe you want to bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open wide. And then any other poses, stretches, movements that you would like to take to complete your own practice. Give yourself about 10 to 15 breaths to do so. I'm actually not running late today. It's a small miracle, so you have time. So if there are any more poses that are calling to you, yeah, one final inversion, go for it. If you feel ready for your final relaxation, and you're more than welcome to take it, go there immediately and just let yourself relax. This song has 1 more minute, so I'm going to give you 1 more minute to move through any finishing poses. So my thought for you as you move into your final resting pose eventually is by Cory Muscara. He just says, what you avoid controls you. What you face frees you. The pain you are running from is the doorway to your liberation. I think there's not anything as true as that. So everything that we try to push down, we try to suppress, we try to hide, that's our shadow. And it's running our lives without us even realizing it. So the more we are able to bring it up to the surface, to let those parts of ourselves be held that we don't even like to acknowledge, let those parts of ourselves be felt, that we're sometimes ashamed of, and face what we're most afraid of, that's what's freeing. That's what's liberating. It really does come from the inside. So every time you show up on your mat, every time you come into your body, every time you connect with your breath, you're noticing what's going on inside of me. What is my body telling me? Rather than pushing it back down and trying to make it go away, how can I hold it? How can I be the witness? And that's the yoga. So these last few moments, friends, you can just let your breath be completely effortless. And I will play a little bit of gong and sound bowls. So the gong is meant to be cleansing. It's meant to confuse your brain so much that it finally gives up and you just drop into your body and your energy. So if it is a lot, if it is overwhelming, if it is uncomfortable, see if you can be with it just like you would be with an uncomfortable yoga pose. Rather than resisting it, trying to make it go away, take big, deep breaths and let your body soften. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And just start to wiggle fingers, toes. Just slowly come back into your physical body. As you're ready, no rush, but eventually just find your way onto either side, a nurturing fetal position. And as you curl into yourself in this nurturing way, just really let your practice soak in, let it seep in, visualize it, use your imagination. Use the strength in your arms. Keep your body real relaxed. Guide yourself up into seated meditation, facing towards the front of your mat, the front of our space. And for one last moment, just sit up nice and tall. Feel your spine, feel your shoulders. Close your eyes and gather your hands into your own heart. We'll close our practice together with one big collective Om. So if you don't want to join, that's fine, but try not to worry so much about how you sound, but focus more on just connecting to your voice, your vibration, and feeling what it feels like to express it out your mouth. So it's 3 sounds. Technically, it's ah, oh, and So invitation to join me if you would like. Start by exhaling, empty out, clear your throat if you need. And breathe in your voice all the way down from your belly. Open your mouth big and wide. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here, for sharing your practice, your energy, letting me guide you. Namaste. All right. Poor Roops. Oh my goodness. Probably what happened is I came home and gave her too many treats or something. I don't know. Try ain't get enough. Not grandma. She's not well. Yeah, let me go take care of this out here. You're okay, honey. No worries. No worries. What can I do for my angel? Do you want to go in the car? What do you want? Want to go outside? Here, go outside. We'll feel bad go out there? You want? Oh, you barfed there too, huh? Okay, good girl. You stay right there, okay? Stay right there. Thank you. You're so welcome. She's not well. Barfed right here. She did 2 bars. I know, poor thing. But she barfed in good places, okay? I'm gonna let her in the car. Come in here. Come in here. Come here, love. We'll put you in the car, okay? 1 second. Come here. Wait, come here. Stay. Don't go, okay? Stay there. Stay there. Come here, lover. Are you ready? I'll be right back, okay? Yeah, don't set. That's the barf there, so I'll take care of that. I know. Sorry, sick. Haka. Take that. I'll spray it. Gross. I'll just put this so nobody steps on it. Just put that so nobody steps on it. Yeah. Have a good day, Brittany. Yeah. Every once in a while, she has an episode. It's just your an episode. I do too, poor teen.
Honey, I hope she's okay.
If you're still there, it's not your fault. It's probably my fault, so don't worry.